Hey Colonels, we just wrapped up our 3 sessions of Naviance training, and I wanted to go ahead and capture a lot of what I mentioned in the training on this screencast for those of you who weren't able to attend training, but also we're about to go on fall break. If some of the information that you got this week you don't remember when you get back, this will be an easy guide, easy refresher for you to make sure we're ready to go for our students on Monday and Tuesday when we return from fall break. Just a quick reminder, remember when you're thinking about Naviance, it's not a testing software, it's a test prep software for kids. It's not necessarily designed to give an ACT to 25 kids in a classroom like CERT was. So we're going to kind of fit that into the box we need it to fit into, but a couple of things we're going to have to be flexible with regards to when we give the test. So just a reminder, Naviance.com, you have access to it on the Kernel Connections page. The kids can access it at Naviance.com. When they sign in, they're going to go to students and families. That's how they're going to sign in. It's going to ask them for the zip code for the school. That's going to be 40010, the Buckner zip code. We as teachers, we're going to use the school and district login if you need to log in that way. Everyone, students and teachers, are going to sign in with Clever. Your email address and the password that you use to log on to a computer here in the building, that is going to be your login. It's also going to be students' login. So whatever they use to log into a computer is what they will use to sign in with Clever. I've already logged in here, so it's going to shoot me straight to the site here. Again, we are still learning a lot of things about Naviance and its capabilities, but for now, just to prepare for the practice ACT, I just want you to go to Demo Naviance Student. That's going to show us what our students see. I'll let that load. And so they'll see their dashboard, or they'll see the main Naviance page. There's lots of options here. We will get to a lot of these things through advisory throughout the year and with the ILP, but for right now in the immediate future, we're going to focus on Naviance test prep. So that is where students will go on the 28th and 29th and on test days. So we will wait here a second. You'll notice that we can put a test date in there for our current juniors, that their ACT, the date's March 10th. So they can put that in there, and right now you can see there's 145 days until that test. Our freshmen and sophomores will put in the test of the spring practice. That's the date they'll put in. That information is going to come out in an email shortly, and so you'll have the date to give them when that's prompted to them. On the side of the screen over here, you'll see a number of things: study plan, game center, discussions, lessons, flashcards. These are all test prep options and offer a variety of help sessions and or games for students to practice their skills with regards to the ACT. On the 28th and 29th, we're going to focus on the study plan here. On the 28th of October, it's the first day we return from fall break, our juniors and seniors, the seniors who are testing, who haven't hit benchmark, they will be going to their advisory to log on to Naviance, make sure they can get logged in, make sure their password, username, they have an account, everything like that works, and then they are going to do the how to use this course and understanding the ACT. While they are doing that, our freshmen and sophomores and our seniors who are not testing, they will be in regular lead. So if you don't have an advisory, you'll need to have a lead class scheduled for that day, and then vice versa on Tuesday. So Tuesday, freshmen, sophomores will be in an extended advisory. Our juniors and seniors will be in lead. So the how to use this course, it says less than 15 minutes here. Once they're logged on to Naviance, they're in the test prep dashboard. How to use this course essentially just gives them everything they need to know about test prep on Naviance. It's going to walk them through the game center. It's going to walk them through the study plan. It's going to walk them through their adaptive plan. That's after they take the test and we see what skills they do have and what skills they're lacking. So they'll work through that. And then they're going to work through understanding the ACT. This gives them information about the ACT, what kind of test it is, why we take it, how it is different from the SAT. It's going to talk about actually bias on the ACT. It's going to talk about just a number of things that are important to know for the ACT test. I think that option is going to be really helpful for them. And then that's it. That is all that's happening on the 28th and 29th. We just want to make sure we're ready to go for test day. We will go to just regular classrooms for the 28th and 29th, but on the November 6th and 13th test days, we are going to move classrooms. So thanks for your feedback during our training sessions. This is a great question, I think was from Jennifer Holvey, so thanks, Jennifer. But the second floor, core and 84, it's going to be strictly testing upstairs, and then we're going to use our world language hallway above the library for one of those days as well for testing. And so if you have an advisory and you're not testing, but your room is on the second floor, you will be moving downstairs. And if you, on the day that you test, if your advisory is typically downstairs, you will be moving to a location upstairs somewhere. So I have altered those, the testing schedules to reflect that. And so please make sure that you give that a look, find your name, find where you're moving to. On the 28th and 29th, when you have your kids together, that'll be something you need to tell them, that, hey, on the November 6th, we are testing, so we're going to be in this room, and on the 13th, we're not testing, so we're going to be in this room. So make sure that that kids know where to go, because on the 6th and 13th, they're going to report directly to their advisory. So they will go directly to the classroom they are supposed to be doing advisory in, and or where they're going to be testing on that day. We won't go to first period, we'll go straight to advisory. So we talked about the test itself. In November, every class, freshmen through seniors, we're going to take this diagnostic test. And so again, they can get their study plan diagnostic test. I wrote instructions like for you all to read verbally for that test. This is a different format of test. It doesn't run exactly like CERT did. So the instructions themselves will help you understand the best way, or the way that we're going to have to give this ACT. If you weren't at training, I think it would be really helpful for you to just work through the test. Don't take the whole test, but you can go to Start Test, and you can see what the questions look like. This is the English test. Here is your passage. Here are your answer choices down here at the bottom, and then you select your answer choice over here, and you hit confirm, and we move on to the next question. The question tracker is up here. We have our timers up here, and the one thing to note about the timers is the kids can pause the test, but they can't stop it, and so they can't, like once they restart, it's going to continue. So we're going to have a timer on the projector, and the students need to start the test on the Chromebooks the same time that you start the timer on the screen, just so everyone is in sync. The Naviance test software does not allow you to turn these timers off. So we can't offer extended time on these tests. That's just something we're trying to get fixed, and hopefully they can give us that option so we can do that the next time that we do this. But right now we don't have that. And so everyone's going to test standard time. And so you can work through these, answer a few questions. You can take the test and see how you do. But at the very end of the test, when students are finished, they just need to close their Chromebooks. The timer's going to keep going, and everyone can finish testing. And when your timer goes off, they'll be prompted to either review and finalize or just submit their answers. When they submit their answers, the next test will begin. So down here at the bottom of the screen, you can see that you have the option of I have reviewed my answers, and it gives you'll not be able to change your answers, and then they submit. Well, when they submit the answers, the math test is going to start automatically. And so you're going to have to read the math instructions before we submit the English test, and so on. All of this, if you read through the instructions that I shared with you on my email Monday, if you read through those instructions, then it will all make sense. So that's just a little bit of a kind of a hiccup in the way that it works, but I think it'll be okay. So the last thing I just want to point out to you all here is if we pause the test and let's just say we exit. if we go to tests over here, I do want to just show you that there is a reset all tests button. We can't turn that button off. It is there, and so students do have the ability to delete their answers. Obviously, that's a problem. I do think the majority of our students won't do that, but we do have a number of students who will do that. And hopefully they don't, but a few will, and they just need to know that we are going to take the test. And so if they delete their answers, they're going to have to take it again. And we're going to have some certain things tied to good faith effort. That'll be tied into Kernel Cup and a number of things. And students will also know that how they do on this test can also affect where they go and lead. And so if we have juniors and maybe sophomores that have not hit benchmark in certain areas, they will have more time scheduled in lead to work on these specific things. So based off of their freedom of choice during lead and Kernel Cup and a number of things like that, it's going to be in their best interest to give a good faith effort and then obviously not to reset their test. I think that's all that I wanted to share with you. Naviance has a great test prep program with regards to it will give an adaptive study plan for students based off of their answers. That's something that CERT did not do, and so there are certainly some advantages over CERT with regards to Naviance. There's just obviously a few hurdles that we'll have to get over on test day. So we'll take it. It'll go great, and then if there's anything that we can fix or make better, then we'll do it for the next time. Thank you all so much.